you. Welcome today. Thank you for being here today to Elgin's Veterans Day ceremony. My name is Mark Smith. I'm the commander of American Legion Post 57. I'd like to thank the Mayor Captain, members of the Elgin City Council, and city staff for providing the resources in the building today for us to have this great ceremony. Elgin Township officials, Hanover Township officials, Kane County officials, state elected officials. I know I wouldn't catch everybody as they came in the door, so I'm just kind of keeping it in a general thing, so sorry if I miss your name specifically. The Larkin High School Band. I think we have some folks from South Elgin High School here as well doing some audio-visual stuff. Thanks for being here. And I don't know if they showed up, if they're here or not. We had somebody planned to come from Harvest Academy, a scout troop. I'm not sure if they made it or not, but if they're here, great, glad to have you. And most of all, thanks to all the fabulous veterans that are here today. And on a special note, I just wanted to make sure I don't miss it, because I know I'll hear about it if I don't. So happy 248th birthday today to the United States Marine Corps. Real quick. We appreciate all you guys all. Today and every day we are inspired by those who have sacrificed to serve and protect others. On Veterans Day, we honor our veterans' unwavering commitment to preserving our freedom. Your sacrifices, whether on the battlefield or on the home front, have been instrumental in safeguarding the liberties and opportunities we hold dear as Americans, and we are forever grateful. Your legacy and the legacy of all veterans is a testament to the strength, resilience, and unity of our great country. Now, if you're able to, please stand as we present the colors. Post the colors.
Forward, arm. Right face. Forward, march. Guard up, right face, prepare to place colors, post colors, present arms, forward arms, reform, left face, forward, march.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Guard. Up. Right face.
Almighty God, grant that our thoughts may be written upon those who have served our nation in times of war and peace. We give you thanks that through their efforts and sacrifices, we may enjoy the blessings of this great land. We ask your blessings upon our friends and loved ones. We thank you for this opportunity to share with them this special occasion to honor our veterans. Amen.
Thank you. I just want to do the introductions of the guests today. We have, of course, Chaplain Hamilton from American Legion Post 57. We have Mayor Captain from the City of Elgin. And our guest speaker today will be Jill Smith, who's the Senior Vice Commander of American Legion Post 57. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Mayor Captain up to the microphone to give some opening remarks.
Thank you, Commander Smith, and welcome everyone, and welcome veterans here today. It's always a pleasure to welcome people to a welcoming city, the city of Elgin. We're here today to honor veterans. And, you know, in the course of thinking about what I was going to say today, read in the paper yesterday about concerns that are being shown for young servicemen who, over the course of the war in Iraq, were firing large guns from 20 miles away from the combat zones. And they're finding today that they're suffering from stresses and injuries that are suffering from concussions.
Thank you. Great job, Clerk. Now it's my pleasure to welcome the guest speaker. She is the Senior Vice Commander of American Legion Post 57. She also happens to be my bride. So I know a little bit about her. She was very fortunate to meet me about 20 years ago in the Army. Wait, clip that. I was fortunate to meet her. So she spent some time in the Army National Guard as a military police officer as well. We were both MPs. She's a lifelong Elgin resident, born here, went to school, St. Lawrence, grew up going to St. Lawrence, transferred over to Larkin, did her high school years at Larkin. She's a Royal graduate. I won't say the year. And completed her college at Western Illinois University, bachelor's degree in sociology, I think. Yeah, good. I'm still good there. And then master's degree in education. She teaches over here at, she's done some time in U46 at Channing Elementary, and then now she teaches at what used to be St. Joe Catholic School, which is now St. Edward's Catholic Preparatory Academy. So she's been over there for 6 years or so. So yeah, I couldn't think of anybody else better to ask to do the guest speaking today, so with no further ado, we will let her have the microphone.
70 years ago, one distinguished veteran, President Dwight D. Eisenhower, presented the nation's highest military award to another distinguished veteran, a hero of 2 wars. Hiroshi Miramura was the son of Japanese immigrants and a proud resident of Gallup, New Mexico. After serving with the famed All-Nisi 100th Infantry Battalion in World War II, Corporal Miramura was recalled to active duty as a machine gunner in the Korean War. When his unit came under attack by Chinese forces near the Elgin River in 1951, Miramura is estimated to have killed more than 50 enemy soldiers. Despite his own serious injuries, Miramura refused to abandon his wounded comrade, Joe Anello. He carried him even after both were captured. When his captors threatened to shoot Miramura if he did not drop Anello, his wounded friend convinced him to listen. The enemy showed no mercy, as a severely wounded Mira Mira and his fellow POWs were forced to march 300 miles with little food over a 5-week period. Through indomitable will, Mira Mira survived his 28 months of captivity. Miraculously, so did Anello. The battlefield actions that led to Mira Mira's Medal of Honor were initially classified as top secret by officials who feared that the enemy might retaliate if they had known the extent of the harm that he inflicted on their soldiers. On November 29, 2022, Hiroshi Mira Mira transferred to what we in the American Legion refer to as post-everlasting. He was 97 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the types of heroes America continues to produce. In many ways, humble at home, but ferociously brave on the battlefield. Another Medal of Honor recipient, retired Marine Colonel Barney Barnum, described the combat that he saw in 1965 at Operation Harvest Moon. Quotes, "We came together as a team," he recently told the Associated Press. "And you know, there's no fury unleashed that's greater than that of a bunch of Marines that know their buddies have been shot." End of quote. On July 29, 2023, Colonel Barnum attended the christening of a future destroyer, the USS Harvey C. Barnum Jr., an appropriate honor for an American hero. Most Americans profess to truly love our veterans, especially at gatherings like this on Veterans Day and Memorial Day. And while their feelings are sincere, it's important to remember that veterans are defending our country 365 days a year. The heroism that has been demonstrated time and again by veterans from the American Revolution to the global war on terrorism is sometimes unnoticed by those who enjoy the security that their sacrifice has provided. Not all veterans have seen combat, but all veterans have at one time made the solemn promise to sacrifice their lives for this country, if called upon. Without the formidable strength that veterans have demonstrated in war, Americans would never enjoy their daily freedoms. It was none other than George Washington who said, quote, "To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving the peace," end of quote. For many veterans, our nation was important enough to endure long separations from their families, miss the birth of their children, freeze in sub-zero temperatures, roast in faraway deserts, lose limbs, and far too often lose their own lives. Their families served and sacrificed as well. Military spouses have had to endure career interruptions, frequent changes of address, and a disproportionate share of parental responsibilities. The children, they have often had to deal with changes in school, separation from their friends, and, hardest of all, the uncertainty of whether or not their mom or dad will live through their next combat tour. Warriors need advocates, and that is why the American Legion exists. We are here to serve veterans, their families, and our communities. Veterans need each other, but more importantly, our country needs our veterans. You cannot fight a war without veterans, and while the utopian idea of a society without war is appealing, let us not forget that wars have liberated slaves, stopped genocide, and toppled terrorists. Stephen Ambrose once wrote, quote, America's wars have been like rungs on a ladder by which it rose to greatness. No other country has triumphed so long, so consistently, or on such a vast scale through the force of arms." End of quote. It has often been said that without our veterans, Americans would be speaking Russian, German, or perhaps Japanese. Regardless of which view of alternative history we take, we do know that without our veterans, America would not be America. Veterans Day, originally known as Armistice Day, commemorates the armistice of November 11, 1918, which marked the end of World War I. Since then, this day has evolved to recognize and honor all veterans from every generation who have served in the armed forces of the greatest nation on earth. In times of peace and in times of war, our veterans have exemplified the values of honor, courage, and commitment. They have displayed unwavering dedication to their fellow service members, their brothers and sisters in arms. Their love for country is proven. But Veterans Day is not just a day of celebration and remembrance. It's a day of action. It's a day when we must recommit ourselves to the well-being of veterans and their families. The American Legion has been a stalwart champion in this endeavor, advocating for health care, education, and employment opportunities for those who have served and sacrificed. The American Legion continues to remind the public that more than 6,000 veterans a year take their own lives. We should all commit to be the one to save one. The 988 crisis line is available to assist anyone who is contemplating such heartbreaking and tragic outcomes. In this era of uncertainty and division, it is our veterans who serve as a unifying force. They come from all walks of life, representing the rich tapestry of our nation. Yet, when they put on the uniform, they become an even greater power, the embodiment of the American spirit. Our debt to these heroes can never be repaid, but our gratitude and respect must last forever. Thank you for being here. God bless America.
All right, thank you. We will now have a musical selection from the Larkin High School Band. Rifle squad, please sound the rifle salute. Thank you. Please stand for the benediction from Chaplain of American Legion Post 57, Rich Hamilton.
Thank you. May serve you in spirit and in truth. Give us the grace to think what is right and be our guide and counselor as we work for the good of our comrades everywhere, for our communities, for our state, and our beloved nation. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Hamilton. You may be seated. Okay, we will prepare to retrieve the colors. And as we're waiting on the folks to come get ready to retrieve the colors, just a little note from myself, kind of to go along with the Senior Vice's message. This Veterans Day, I am encouraging everyone to go beyond thanks, beyond thanking a veteran, and actually reach out to a veteran that you care about. Listen to their story to better understand their service and advocate for them. It's important that all veterans feel respected, connected, and supported, and aligns with the American Legion campaign of Be the One. At the American Legion, we're uniquely aware of the challenges of the military community and acknowledge that some veterans have burdens and scars from their service that may not be visible, but are their painful realities. Veterans die by suicide at a rate of 1.5 times that of the general population. So please be the one. Be the one to ask veterans in your life how they are doing. Be the one to listen when a veteran needs to talk. And be the one to reach out when a veteran is struggling. Retire the colors.
Forward, march. Guard, up. Right face. Prepare to retrieve colors.
may be seated. And just before I just have a few special thanks. Thanks again to our Senior Vice Commander, Jill Smith, for delivering those remarks today. Thank you to Mayor Captain, again, for being with us every year. We appreciate your words each year. The Elgin City staff, thanks for all you do to help the Legion, help support our events. We appreciate you. Thanks to WRMN Radio. Although we don't have official spots on there, I've kind of learned to become part of this first shift crew in the morning. So when I mention events for the Legion, Mark Baylock, the DJ, the host of the morning show, is more than happy and graceful to please to announce our events, and we appreciate that, because the Legion definitely needs the people to come in and help and support. We appreciate that very much. Also like to thank the Kane County Veterans Assistance Commission. If you don't know them, they are a group in Kane County in Geneva there, ran by Jake Zimmerman. He's the director, and they have a number of veteran services officers. So in posts like ours who don't have veteran services officers, we're able to direct them to Kane County, and they're able to provide them with the assistance they need with either filing claims for service-connected disabilities or claims for spousal support, these sort of things. So we do appreciate them. And one big thing that I would like to say here today is that with Kane County's assistance, Kane County was one of the first in the state and maybe the country to make American Recovery Plan Act funds available to veterans organizations. And over the last several months, we went through this process. I also want to give a shout out to Craig Essick. In certain circles, he's known as the Full Bird. He is a former past commander of American Legion Post 57, retired Full Bird Army MP Colonel, retired Streamwood Police Officer, current Finance Officer for American Legion Post 57, and current Hanover Township Trustee. So a great American, as you can tell. But he's been walking this journey together. He's been walking this journey with me on this grant from Kane County. So they were one of the first to make this American Recovery Plan Act funds available to veterans organizations. And he and I have been dealing with this since March. I've been kind of doing the liaison with Kane County, and he's been in the basement finding receipts and old bills and this sort of thing. But it's finally coming to a head, and they did announce the other day that we will be receiving a $101,000 grant from the Kane County Act. So very happy for that. And lastly, I'd like to call up the American Legion Honor Guard, Color Guard Rifle Squad, if they please make their way up. And Rich, you're welcome to join up with these folks as well. Wherever you like, either end. When you come up, we'll have you face the crowd. I don't really need the microphone. I was a drill sergeant for 3 years, so I can get my point across. But I really want these men up here, and we're missing some of our folks. But Rose Martinez, councilwoman for Elgin as well. She's part of this great group of folks. Some of the unsung heroes, in my opinion, of Post 57. They do a great job. These are the folks that are volunteering their time to be out at funerals, to give our veterans proper send-offs, and any other events. You'll see them at the front of a lot of the parades, and just any other thing that comes in. When a request comes in, man, it's nice. It's very impressive to see the phone tree pop into action, and they're figuring out who can go where and all that good stuff. So they're probably the face of the American Legion. I consider them the face, along with the American Legion riders that are really out there in the community, putting us in a positive light and doing things on a daily basis. And I just wanted to present them each with an American Legion coin today and just say, hey, I thank you very much for what you do. Okay, I'll leave them up here to bask in the glory of that. But with that, that concludes our ceremony. We just want to say a special thanks to all the men and women who have served honorably in the United States military, still serving. Thanks for a job well done. We welcome you home and offer the right hand of friendship to you. And then everyone that wants to, please join us at the American Legion Post 57, 820 North Liberty. We have a free stew lunch going on out there. So we'd be more than happy to have you out there and join and break some bread with us. So thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Welcome high school band. Thank you very much right there, sir. We appreciate you here as well. I kind of did it so I wouldn't forget at the beginning, but I did give them a nice certificate from the American Legion that hopefully they will display proudly on their wall back at the school. Thank you very much.